Hello grade 11 students, welcome and a new English lesson. Our lesson today is writing an article describing a person. There are two objectives for our lesson today. The first objective is plan an article describing a person. The second objective is to compose an article describing a person. Dear students, in writing an article describing a person, you should put in mind that you are free to choose the person to write about. This person can be a character from a science fiction movie, a normal person from your family or friends, or even you can write about your favorite hero. Before writing the article describing a person, we should know some information about the article. Let's go. We should know some information about an article describing a person. First of all, where can we read and find an article describing a person? We can find an article describing a person in a newspaper, website, or a magazine. Dear students, put in mind that there are some techniques that should be followed in order to make your article more interesting, such as the title should be short and attractive. You should decide the appropriate style. Are you going to use formal language or informal language? In other words, if you are going to write the article to your classmates or friends, in this case, you should use informal language, but if you are going to publish your article in a website, for example, in this case, it's preferable to use formal language. Dear students, how many paragraphs should be there in an article describing a person? Good. There should be 4 paragraphs, and you should use examples as possible. Dear students, we are writing an article describing a person, so there should be a kind of description. That's why we should use descriptive language, such as adjectives, expressions, and idioms. It's advisable also to use linking words because linking words have a great function to do. They are connecting ideas together and make the article one context. Also, we can't neglect the use of grammatical structure, but this should be done according to the level of formality. So you should decide, are you going to use formal or informal style? And after that, to use the suitable grammatical structure, such as direct and indirect questions, passive voice, and conditionals. At the end, don't forget to write comments on the topic and give opinions. Here's an example of an article describing a person that has been done for you. The article is called Sinbad the Determined Sailor. Let's move to the next slide and check the article in details. Here's the article about Sinbad the Determined Sailor. What do you think of the title? I think the title is short and attractive because the writer didn't only mention Sinbad, the sailor, but he mentioned the determined sailor. So the first thing that may come to the mind of the readers is that Sinbad is determined. In other words, he is a decisive person who can take right decisions at the correct time. How many paragraphs are there in this article? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there should be 4 paragraphs in an article describing a person. Dear students, now it's your turn. Read the article about Sinbad and answer the following questions. In which paragraph does the writer do the following? Write the correct number of the paragraph, 1 to 4, then give examples from the article. Please pause the video for some time, move to the previous slide, read the article about Sinbad, the determined sailor, then find answers for the questions. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers. Now, let's stop for a while to read the article and find answers, then play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, welcome back. Now, let's check your answers. In which paragraph does the writer provide a short summary of the story? Paragraph 2. In which paragraph does the writer say who he or she is going to write about? Paragraph 1. In which paragraph does the writer mention what effect this hero has on him or her? Paragraph 4. In which paragraph does the writer write about what makes this hero so special? Paragraph 4. In which paragraph does the writer talk about the hero's personal characteristics? Good. Paragraph 3. And the last one is, in which paragraph does the writer mention why he or she has chosen this particular hero? Paragraph 1. Good job. Dear students, now we have two questions. The first question is, what personal characteristics do you think a hero possesses? The second question is, which of the following do you consider to be a hero and why? For the first question, what personal characteristics or what personal qualities do you think a hero has? So you should think of some characteristics or qualities that the hero should possess. And the second question, which of the following do you consider to be a hero and why? A person who travels abroad to do charity work, a person who risks his or her life to save a stranger, a person who does the shopping for an elderly neighbor, or a person who works part-time while studying to help his or her parents pay the bills. Please stop the video for a while, think of the answers, then play the video again in order to check your answers. Let's stop for a while. Okay, welcome back. Now let's check your answers. So the first question, what personal characteristics do you think a hero possesses? Here is a suggested answer for the question. I think that a true hero is somebody who is brave enough to risk his or her life to help others without expecting a reward. And here is a suggested answer for question number 2. In my opinion, all 4 people are heroes in some way. They all take other people's needs into consideration and make an effort to help them. Dear students, now let's deal with the writing task. Write an article in which you describe the person who has made the most impact in your life and say why he or she has had such an effect on you. Dear students, before writing an article describing a person, we should go to the planning section in order to know how are we going to plan for the article before writing. In an article describing a person, there are 4 main sections. The first one is the title. And we have mentioned that the title should be interesting and short. The second section is the introduction. In the introduction, you should say who you are writing about and why you have chosen to write about this person. Of course, you need to mention the name, the relationship with him or her, if there is, and also reasons for writing about him or her. The third section is the combination of paragraphs 2 and 3. In paragraphs 2 and 3, You need to provide information about the person and describe him. You need to mention how you know this person. You need to mention something about his personality. Also, you need to mention something about the incidents that reveal the person's personality. Finally, the last section is conclusion. You need to say what makes this person so special and what effect he or she has on you or on other people. Now, let's have the planning part in more details. Before you write, you have to put in mind, who are you writing this article for? Why are you writing this article? How does this affect the style you will write your article in? Suppose we are writing here. So the title, more than just a brother. What's the person's name? James. What's your relationship with this person? My elder brother. Why are you writing about this person? He has big influence on me. Okay. Here is a model writing that has been done for you. Dear students, please read the model writing very well. Try to make use of the information. Try to analyze each part and each paragraph in order to help you to compose your own article. Here is the article describing a person. As you can find out, I'm going to write an article about my brother. So the title is More Than Just a Brother. Here is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4. Dear students, please try to answer the questions in the coming slides because they will help you to understand what our lesson is about. You need to read the question, pause the video for some time, try to find answers for the question, then play the video again in order to check your answers. Here's question number 1, answer. Question number 2, and the answer. Question number 3, the answer. Question number 4, and question number 5. Dear students, I'm so happy to be with you today with this lesson. Till we meet again, wish you all the best.